is the Hammerfisting Podcast, exclusively on Gas Digital Network.
We did an interview with Pat Barry and Rose Namajunas, current UFC strawweight champion. And this is before she was even in the UFC. This is before I think she was in Invicta. This is like old school. And we weren't getting many interviews on the show because we were a young podcast with like 100 listeners a week. And we got Pat Barry and Rose Namajunas. It was sort of a big deal. Pat, I believe at the time, was still in the UFC. Rose was like this young, hungry, up-and-coming female fighter. Even at the time, she was sort of famous for being Pat Barry's girlfriend. And you know, female MMA wasn't in the UFC yet. So she was still pretty big for female MMA. We did like a 45-minute interview with them, and it was so good. It was like I was never very good at interviewing people because I'm too much of a narcissist to really care about what they're saying. Like I'm thinking.
What's your favorite thing about me?
It really is true. But we did this incredible interview, and we hung up the phone with them. And Tinkle, like, you know, he's such a goofy-footed asshole. In celebration, he gets up, he's like, "Oh, great interview! Oh, I'm gonna go take a piss." And this is when he was drinking too, so he drank like an 18-pack during the podcast, and he's just fucking And he goes to take a walk, and his dumb fucking goofy clanky foot hit the wire. That it was just an MP3 recorder that was plugged in. The source was just an MP3 recorder, and we hadn't stopped the recording yet. Unplugged it, boom, gone.
Oh man,
deletes the file. And
like only Lewis will fucking plug an MP3 player into the wall instead of buying batteries. So he plugs into the wall, so it's like, so all you gotta do is knock it out.
I will say this is the problem.
It comes unplugged.
The reason me and Tinkle had
two AA batteries.
The reason me and Tinkle had a near friendship-ending blowout fight over this wasn't because he lost the Pat Barry Rose Namajunas interview. It was because of that, right there. That right there, because his dumb, goofy feet, he kicks into the wall, and the first thing he says,
"Your fault."
He goes, "Yeah, dude, you should have gotten batteries for this thing instead of on."
You should have. Two AA batteries.
I just love the beauty of like two people who are friends nearly coming to blows and ending their friendship over a podcast with 100 people listening to it.